gotta hear this. I've been on kind of just tapping videos, checking out briefly what people are saying. And so I came across this one here. I do not own the rights to the video, but I have to react to this video because this one right here just tickled me pink. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Sister Pap is tired as hell, y'all. I am super maximum busy. Oh my God, I'm tired. I'm on the highway, and since, I think I started driving about 5, but I'm headed back home now. Oh, just around a trip thing here, but had to go take care of something in Chicago. So now I'm heading back home, and of course, let me listen, and I have a little time to catch up on these videos. But this one right here, y'all, it took me out. But I do have something to say, in my own opinion, kind of way of saying it. And this is just, it's all just berserk. It's all haywire. This is all just a mess. This is just too many, entirely too many people, that has a voice that, acts as if, they're there to help R.Kelly or, okay, I must be going through a rough area. I don't know, but I'm on my other phone, and this one here tends to want to act a little funny. But let me play this, because this is crazy. First of all, to tickle me pink, because I'm listening to Sharron Winbush called, what's his name? Levi for Kelly, girl. Levi for Lipper. I'm like, no, you didn't. Hold on. But it's too many, y'all. It's entirely too many. And when you have so many people, oh Lord, police ahead, trying to be involved to rescue, to vindicate, to advocate, to do it's just becomes so confusing. It's a lot. And I have to say this. If it don't be a situation coming about where R.Kelly can, end up with like really sick and really YouTube will cause it. I'm gonna say that shit. YouTube would definitely cause it. This man has to literally sit there and ponder and wishful thinking and praying and hoping like there is somebody that is really, really truthful and loyal to him and really for him. Can you understand the pressure that they can put you up under? Like who do I believe? Who do I trust? Who's really gonna, that's there to really help me with absolutely no BS in the game? That shit is hard. It's gotta be difficult, but let's play this here.
Veteran from him who's been working with prosecutors. He is under investigation by Robert Kelly's lawyers.
Hold on, let me
you as his partner, I'm going to explain this to you like you're 6 years old.
Keep in mind, if you were out here and you watched I think the Storm Monroe or the Natasha show or something like that, and Sharron Winbush's name was brought up, and from R.Kelly's own voice, he didn't say no bad things, but he also didn't, he made a statement about Sharron Winbush, and I recall watching a video pertaining to R.Kelly that also did not need to be advertised or spoken about. And I think it kind of went something about her staying at the home, or being his cook. And this is around the time when Sparkle, was in R. Kelly's circle making music and things like that. And, and she was cooking one day, and then I went upstairs and she found some panties here and some shit there and was all for, looking for a match. I say that to say this. Sometimes when you are defending a person and you're trying to defend the person to the fullest or express and show your loyalty to a person, it's kind of relevant. It kind of makes sense for you to leave your shit out of it. Sense. Let me say that. Because right now I'm trying to be sensitive with the shit and it ain't working out for me. You gotta leave your shit out of it. Nobody really cared about making the point about you. You trying to make a point. So that right there kind of detoured me a little bit when people come out and try to make their stories where they trying to make their foot grounded, along the way. It's so fucking irritating. It don't make no sense. Like, who the fuck cares? Why did people have to know that you needed to go upstairs and threw out the drawer and do this, and then you were taking Andrea to go shopping and she had all of this money, taught him how to read and write, and I'm not coming at Sharron. I'm just being passionate a little bit in my words, not my feelings, because I have no goddamn feelings in this shit, to be perfectly honest with you. But I remember something of shit being said by
You
that.
have said in
But
many recordings and in many.
I gotta come off because I gotta get some gas here in a minute. But so you come out the gate, telling all the stories about the who, what, when, where's, and why's pertaining to what you have done to it. And I get it. People got to sell themselves so that the story can be believable to others so that you can have a bandwagon of people on your team. Okay, understand that psychological movement. Great, fine. And I don't know why this boy, whoever this is, got goddamn 42s on a goddamn Ford. Y'all remember them old police cars? Caprice. But you like what you like. I'm just saying, it just looks a little funny to me. I don't know, what, who, and what. I don't know. I can't see in there, so tinted windows. But this boy is literally, I ain't gonna even show. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all. It's like seriously, with the big ass tires. He probably got counterclockwise goddamn spinners on there. I don't know, but do what you do. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay, but back to my story. Good morning, people. Good morning, love bugs. So, you come out and you tell your story. First of all, the mistake out here with a lot of people that chooses to defend and advocate, ride with R.Kelly, is coming out here putting you inside of the story. The story should have solely been about R.Kelly. Not what the fuck you used to do, how you used to do it, when you used to do it, how. None of that shit mattered. None of that shit mattered. The story would have just been so freaking believable, or the person would have been so freaking believable had they just ran the stories about your, level of choosing to defend R. Kelly or advocate for R. Kelly. Should have been R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Not no goddamn other bullshit ass goddamn stories nobody want to hear about. Good morning, y'all. But, I heard her say that, and I heard the response of R. Kelly himself, speaking briefly about Sharron Winbush. Now, I have to honestly say, I don't know and really don't care whether if R. Kelly came out here to say what he said about certain people and the little bit about what he knows about people and how he knows them and this, but on the real side about it, there was some confusion there. Because I have, I'm like, R. Kelly, who do the fuck do you know? Who do the fuck and who are you okaying to advocate or talk publicly on your behalf? How is it so fucking hard to say that? And I get it, because he's hoping that there is somebody. So I understand that too because he's the one that's incarcerated. But I be goddamn, y'all. Like, for real. Like, I be damn. But let's listen to this shit.
You are partners with Larry McGee. Larry McGee is in legal paperwork by Robert Kelly's attorney as a federal informant who's been working with prosecutors. He is under investigation by Robert Kelly's lawyers. You, as his partner by proxy, are also under investigation.
Now,
that
let me pause that because, here's my understanding. This Levi for Kelly gets on the phone after having multiple conversations and live streams with this drunken Larry, and whether he's sat with them to play all different type of head games with them and laughing and giggling and wiggling and all of that stuff. Is Sharron Winbush saying that he also failed to alarm R. Kelly that he has these conversations and dig and dive and dialogues with this drunken Larry, who is right now being accused of this goddamn federal informant shit, right? And if he's not, then I guess it is questionable to ask, the Levi for the Kelly situation shit, right? Did you discuss that with him? And did he ever say that it was okay for him to do? On the other hand, has it also, or will it ever be investigated about Levi probably sat over there and played all of these bullshit ass games with the drunken Larry, and trying to squeeze lemon, out of a lemon juice out of a lemon from drunken Larry, and it didn't work. It's just all this shit has been fucked up with some terrible, I'm sorry, fucked up in the head ass people. I ain't gonna lie. All fucked up. Just out here doing the goddamn most with this man's shit. It's just been so just unbelievable and overwhelming. Had I had a magic stick where you could just, just touch Mr. Kelly in the fucking head. Like, you need to stop talking to all of these people. No, all of them. Just all of them. All they did was cause all this goddamn confusion out here about who is who and who's doing what and why this would. Like, they really have fucked this man shit completely the fuck up. But let me let y'all finish listening to this shit.
Means you will never hear from Robert Kelly again. He can never call you. He can never respond to you because you are being investigated by his.
So, the R. Kelly, who also said, and I'm not quoting it verbatim, some things about this Sharron Winbush. R. Kelly said some of these things. Like, well, yeah, she used to do so-and-so for me, and yeah, I know, sometimes maybe her elevator don't go to the top, and yeah, Sharron Winbush can be a little crazy or this or that, but also at that time when R. Kelly was speaking out about a Sharron Winbush, I don't understand at that time, since he was vocal, why didn't he just say, well, you know what, I have Sharron Winbush standing behind me and help. Maybe he doesn't want to tell, and he has that right to do so. But at the same time, at this point, he's got to know that over here on this YouTube community, over here, this is where it goes down about him. When it comes to circulating any type of information on this YouTube internet shit. Other bloggers come on, they run with what they hear. Some of the bloggers that do come on are content creators. They run with what is being heard coming from the main media stream. But for the most part, a lot of it comes from this goddamn entanglement of YouTube people because everybody wants to be somebody and have a part of helping Mr. Kelly out of the situation uh, in his life. Everybody got their little pieces and part, but the only person like me, like I don't believe nothing none of these people says. Nothing. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I care what none of them says. If I have not heard it come out of Mr. Kelly's mouth, everybody else shit is pretty much is a rise and fly. See you later. Just, say what you want to say. But I heard R. Kelly, like I say, he didn't say no bad things, but he also didn't say no good things. He left it neutral with Sharron Winbush. Now, either Sharron Winbush is doing this and she writes and she calls or, contacts these attorneys and things and so that she can, prove to R. Kelly that, I'm here for you, even though she had only worked for him for a minimum amount of time and all of these other freaking celebrities due to her nutritionist skills and things like that. Okay, fine, right? So be it. I guess that puts a little validity there of her, absolutely knowing R. Kelly. She's been in this home. He stated that. He verified that. Now you jump over here to the Levi for the cousin thing, right? You don't hear any of that coming from an R. Kelly except for when the cousin for the Levi got on a phone call, got connected with him, and started talking briefly about what's going on the YouTube channel. There was nothing ever discussed that I have heard about Levi for the cousin talking about hosting any events or other than that one picture that he put up. And that actually showed nothing but him and another female standing beside him. And he was like a giant over her, but it didn't show any of that. And then you had the situation come out about the Levi for the cousin with a tooth or something getting knocked out or something, and then he sued R. Kelly or something like that to get paid some to fix his tooth or probably for pain and suffering. I don't know, one or the other. So does that prove to me, or I know for most of the people out here, that okay, he's actually kin? No, what it does kind of say is that okay, you was around at some concert or some time in R. Kelly's life or something and probably did a job or two for him, or probably got put up on a stage or backstage by, being a fan at the time and got really close to him. Or I think that the other conversation that was out was about something about the cousin for the Levi kinfolks or something is were artists and they sing and maybe all that mumble bump jumble ass shit, right? So y'all finish listening to this shit. Let me start my gas.
Attorney for being a partner with the man who's being investigated by his attorney. I guess I'll never know the feeling of running fingers through your hair. You can never come around Robert. He can never call you. He can never be in touch with you. You are under investigation. Levi for liquor is under investigation because he has bragged for a year about being partners with the federal informant.
She
that
called
is
him
under investigation.
hey there, Levi for liquor.
Levi for liquor can never talk to R. Kelly again. He will never get another call. Robert
Now,
will never respond.
Sharron, you gonna need R. Kelly to come out and verify that. You know damn well that you shouldn't be out here putting out that information without confirmation. You know better than that. Come on now. Come on now. You seem to be, very intelligent at some points of times, but to be saying some delirious stuff like that, like everybody's gonna take your word for that, and this shit will never happen or whatever. Why are you? R. Kelly should have came out and said that he's not going to do that. Not you. That's not cool. That's not cool, Sharron. No, because now what you're saying is to believe you that you have absolute all of that control for something like that to happen. That shit sounds hideous. Come on now. Come on now. And I say that though, Sharron, so that you can understand why and how that this element of what you're doing is also confusing. All y'all do is just cause a blog of confusing shit out here. And it needs to stop. Now you know somebody like me, I'm going to ask, what? How did that get authorized? Who authorized that? And then you know what your response is going to say? Oh, that's nobody's business. Just know that it's done. You people come out here with just one freaking W. But when you get asked where there should be further details in there so that your validity can stand strong, you guys don't want to answer that. Who said that? Why did they say that? When did they say that shit? What they say that shit for? Who? Who put, my question, are you in control now? Are you the master plan? Are you the one that's behind everything now? So everybody can go shut the fuck up, and then they know when shit goes wrong that it's Sharron Winbush to point the finger at. And R. Kelly should be pointing the finger at you also if this has been and what has been and how it has been your advice and your way of trying to help release him up out of that damn place. Who, what, when, where? But I'm just saying, obviously it kind of appears that you are, because now you're saying that Mr. Kelly will no longer be speaking and talking to the what you call him, Levi for the liquor or some shit, right? Shit funny as fuck, right? Y'all funny.
That is under investigation. Levi for liquor can never talk to R. Kelly again. He will never get another call. Robert will never respond to him again. It's over. No more the up top bullshit.
So that would mean that you done wrote all your letters in, but Mr. Kelly can't see the videos or none of that stuff. And you have convinced R. Kelly that since Levi for the cousin has been over there and digging, diving, and dialogue with the drunken Larry, that he cannot be trusted as well. Well, baby, let me tell you, because he done put out here 2 conversations with the R. Kelly and all of this shit and the whack 100s and all of that. You don't think that this would be so confusing and mind-boggling to R. Kelly on who to believe? Or have you been trying to convince R. Kelly for the last how many years? 3-4 years since that man been over there hee ha ha and laughing and kicking it and drowning, over there with drunken Larry on this goddamn case. And now it's done, it's over, it's finalized. Like, the phone call wasn't just too long ago. It really wasn't just too long ago. But hey, if you did so and R. Kelly is now convinced and you can prove it to him, then kudos to you. Because this shit here, I promise you, I wouldn't pick up my phone at all. I wouldn't pick up my phone no more, Sharron. I just could not do it. And not only that, Sharron Winbush, let me say this. And like I say, I'm not coming at you. I just got some things on my mind that, since I'm traveling, give me a little bit of time to think about. You were over there. You had a video out here as well, if I'm not mistaken. at one point of time was laughing and he and ha ha. Also, with the drunken Larry. Now, maybe that was part of your game scheme. I don't know, where you warming and buttering people up to indulge in conversations to get them to say certain things or shit like that. I don't know. I'm just hypothetically guessing right now. I don't know, but I mean, like the people are. I mean, not the people. Let me leave the people out of it because I speak for my goddamn self. This is confusing. Not only that, then you have several conversations also, with the Levi. So is it fair to say that all along you've been out here as a general inspector? I mean, like, if so, then, I mean, who hired you and who are you working for? Or did you just, this is volunteer service, I guess. I'm just asking for a friend. Like, what in the baboon fuck is going on? This shit is insane. So let's just hypothetically say again, well, how does R. Kelly feel about, or if he even had a feeling, or did he even say something, or about you? We're all snuggled and warmed up and laughing at like one point in time with the drunken Larrys, and then also with the Levi, who now, I mean, you have been saying it for a while. I give you that. You have been saying, oh, these people and this or that. So, like, who sent you in, or did you volunteer yourself to come in to get close to them momentarily the way that you did, not only with those two, with a whole lot of other people out here? It seemed to me that it's this person with that choose to walk this tragedy with R. Kelly, that someone of that caliber wouldn't come out here to play these typical fucked up petty ass games like this when this man's life was on the line. Y'all confuse the fuck out of people out here, and it is ridiculous. In fact, when you know that most people are running out here to these media channels to even try to find the truth or hear the truth, and not to me, none of y'all has the motherfucking truth. And to me, if this is, I'm sorry, Sharron, if this, including you, are the type of people that R. Kelly, by unbeknowing, R. Kelly was fucked from the get-go. I ain't gonna even fuck sugarcoat the shit. He was fucked from the goddamn get-go. Not knowing who the fuck he dealing with. You gotta know who the fuck you dealing with. You've been around people. You should know who the fuck to X out and who to keep in the fucking O, the circle. Like, you should know this shit. But that's here, near, there. Let me finish laughing at this shit here. All you people fucked this man shit up. Y'all fucked it up. Y'all came out here. Y'all started all of this fucking trendy ass fucking open door where people can be able to gossip about this and talk about this and mix this up and share this over here. Y'all did this shit.
No more to business plans.
Listen to this shit.
You are partners with a man that is working with prosecutors
hold on,
to destroy.
Because I got some more to say to you, though, Sharron. Now, let's just say you are walking this life with R. Kelly to advocate, defend for him, right? I wouldn't even want you to come out here to tell Levi for the cousin what the fuck I'm about to do. That's the shaky shit I don't understand, Sharron, which make me understand that. How in the fuck, if you're doing something for R. Kelly and you know what R. Kelly plan is, or the way he is now going to continue to proceed with people out here, but you just told this Levi for the cousin what's not gonna happen. Why is it that R. Kelly has to have talking motherfuckers on his goddamn ship? I don't understand that shit. And now, maybe you'll probably say that, well, no, he didn't tell me confidential. He didn't make me, he didn't, hold on. He didn't make me swear to secrecy or, I'm not breaking the HIPAA law and I'm not doing this. But baby, Sharron, like I said, I ain't coming at you, but ain't no way in God darn sense that he gave you if you're riding for somebody that you're coming out here repeating what somebody motherfucking tactic gave. You're on here like, the CEO of the chocolate fucking factory. I'm just saying. But you're repeating whatever it is alleged that you and R.Kelly might have had a conversation about and letting loose his motherfucking goose up damn game of what he intend allegedly to be doing to a cousin for the Levi. Make that shit make sense. Leave the cousin for the Levi wouldn't know a motherfucking thing. He'll just have to be sitting over there with his fingers crossed. He getting a phone call. He could have heard that from the horse's mouth. He'll end up trying to wait for a phone call or write R.Kelly. Let R.Kelly tell him his goddamn self, man, I ain't fucking with you. R.Kelly is a grown, full goddamn man. What is it that he needs other people out here to try to shut down some shit? He can shut shit down his goddamn self. He got a whole freaking mouth. It's not restricted. It's not restricted, and I'm so sick and tired of people saying, well, he cannot do this and he cannot do that. Hell to the motherfucking no. When you see some wrong, you stand up for your goddamn self. You know why? Because it ain't a motherfucker out here gonna do it right for you. You got to handle your business your damn self. I'm just saying, Sharron, but this don't make no sense to me on you coming live and telling a cousin for the Levi some shit about what's not going to happen, standing in an alleged CEO position as if this was something that R.Kelly or an attorney or somebody asked you to relay this message. This doesn't look good, for you coming from me. I'm just saying, I don't know how you motherfuckers roll, but this is some crazy backwards ass shit here to me.
Yeah. And his lawyer has all of you under investigation.
Listen to this shit.
You will never hear from R.Kelly.
Why? Why did they need to know that, Sharron? You need to call my phone because I got some questions personally for you. Why did they need to know that? You people can't keep nothing true. It is so important to keep some things just quiet. Just quiet. Motherfuckers, you guys come out and allow motherfuckers to be able to move their pawn. This shit is weird. It is so fucking weird. So now, let me tell the cousin for this. So now he finna come up with some more other shit and this shit. Then now he'll come live and then there'll be another video. Then you'll have R.Kelly calling in and this shit going back and forth. Man, there's some goofy ass shit here.
Again, you will never talk to him again. He will never respond to you again. No more.
Exactly, Quan. Where is Queen at?
Whack or anybody else to sell music, which was all bullshit. All you did was lie to him, con him, and play games with him. And now they have confirmation from Rashana that Larry was working with the prosecutors. And NPC, he can't call anybody anyway. But all of your letters that you write will be handed to his attorney for investigation. You have...
Now, Sharron, I'm going to have to see something in writing on that shit. What you said that they getting ready to intercept. You just told the cousin for the Levi that because he's in PC, right? R.Kelly, right? He's down right now. He can't get none of that shit. That's true. That's true, And, I saw Jocelyn come on the other day, right? And shout out to her for standing by her choice, of what she chooses to do in life. Not a nail another motherfucker out here. I'ma say this, and I'ma say this proudly to a Joycelyn, and she'll never hear this goddamn live, right? But who are you, son of a motherfucking bitches, to tell somebody to leave somebody, right? And you ain't finna put a goddamn dime in a person's pocket. You not finna build a motherfucker a house. You not finna give a motherfucker a goddamn job. You ain't finna do shit. Nothing. The only people that should be requesting for her to leave because you have a choice of what she should be doing in her fucking life, then you need to step up to the plate and make sure that that girl is motherfucking set for life. Other than that, y'all need to kill that noise on that shit. Y'all sound fucking ridiculous for her to be talking about. I even read some of the texts that Drunken Larry put up. He screenshot and put it up. Whole bunch of people, well, come home, come home, come home. Get off your motherfucking microphone and your keyboard and take your black asses out there and go get her. Go put all the money in her pocket, pull up with her car, have her house ready to go, leave your family behind, and make sure you get all of that shit established for that girl. I'll wait, because ain't not now one of you motherfuckers going. Not now one. Give up your, go do it. Y'all talk so much shit on here, it is so fucking pathetic. She should leave. She should go. No, she should do at 29 whatever the fuck she wants to do. She won't be the first one out here waiting on a motherfucking man as long as they want to. She won't be the first one that marries somebody incarcerated. She won't be the first one to get pregnant by a nigga that's been incarcerated. Where the fuck is y'all head at? What the fuck are y'all be thinking about? This shit is insane. Like she the first one on this motherfucking United States of America map that's gonna be doing, oh no. The girl said she was fine. And by her saying that she's fine, ain't a goddamn thing that none of y'all can do but keep typing on this keyboard, talking about, I wish she would go home. She should go home. She gonna wait all this time? That's her motherfucking life. That's her fucking choice. And y'all want to take that away from her. That shit crazy as hell. Y'all want to convince her. And I promise you, if Joycelyn come up out of there, out her underneath her shell or whatever the fuck she at, right? And she get to digging and diving and pulling up a whole bunch of other people personal fucking shit that's talking about trying to convince her to fucking leave Joycelyn. Go look and see how well them motherfuckers doing in their life. You'll probably have a laugh of a lifetime on this bitch. Yeah, you'll have a laugh of a lifetime. The majority of them can't do a motherfucking thing for you. And that's a fact. But Sharron, you done told this man, hold on, because I got to rewind, boo. I'm half asleep. You done told this man.
Donna, that Larry was working with the prosecutors. And in PC, he can't call anybody anyway. But all of your letters that you write will be handed to his attorney for investigation. You have been officially cut off.
Now, why would you say that without the attorney addressing that? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You're literally telling, if and allegedly he said it, R.Kelly's game plan out here on motherfucking media. Why? Make it make sense. That's not loyalty, Sharron. Unless, and R. Kelly told you to do so. Unless R. Kelly said, well, go ahead, you can pass that information on. What? And if he did so, that would be so idiotic on R. Kelly's fucking move. It's pathetic. He just called that man up. He just talked to him not too long ago. R. Kelly could have clearly said, a cousin for a Levi, I will no longer accept your letters. I will no longer be calling you. That's being a man about it. What the fuck is he got to go around somebody else to have a female come out here to rebuttal and refute all of this goddamn shit to the public? I don't understand it. Make it make sense to me, Sharron Wimbush. Please make it make sense to me. Because this is confusing. Other than that, I don't think with you doing, and if R.kelly and his attorney have not said it, I think that you also can possibly be an author of motherfucking confusion. Like literally. But it is what it is. Go.
From R.kelly. Bye-bye, my little billiard ball. He now sees all the lies you told him were bullshit.
Oh my God.
Everything you told him was a fucking lie. You were setting him up. You were manipulating him. You were doing the bidding for the federal informant. And you used him to get Cash App money for 6 years. He's crystal fucking clear on who the fuck you are right now.
No, Sharron, and I'm not saying no as to what you're saying is wrong, okay? That's a good thing. It's good. But it's a little bit too goddamn late. It's a little too bit goddamn late. Because all it did now was put R.kelly in a position where he has to have more funds, restart this clock all over again with a whole nother goddamn attorney to try to figure out some shit that all of y'all literally fucked up. That's just how I see it. That's how I see it. R.kelly should have known. And I love me some R.kelly. And I will always stand for free R.kelly. But at some point in time, R.kelly shit got to be called out too. I don't have no motherfucking phlegm in my motherfucking throat to choke on right now. That's because my Invisalign is not filled up with saliva. But however, R.kelly been knowing or then talk to WAC 100. R.kelly should have sense enough to know and see or hear if any of those motherfucking promises that was coming through about what they were going to do had not successfully succeeded itself in a amount of days or a length of time, then R.kelly had plenty enough sense to cut a motherfucker off. He don't need nobody else to do it for him. He can do it himself. It's time for him to stand on motherfucking business. It is. That's just how I feel about it. And with my feelings and what the fuck I just said, I still would scream free R.kelly. But let's get down to business. R.kelly, it's time for you to wake the fuck up and shut shit down with your own voice. Because you can do it. There's nothing that says that you can't do it. That's going to harm you or cost you any more freaking time. You have that right to do so. When you are being verbally fucking harmed out here with all of this goddamn bullshit going on. That's where it's coming from. One person say something like, R.kelly said the shit perfectly himself. All you gotta do is just let one person say something. Well, that's what the fuck is going on with you, R.kelly, out here in these goddamn streets. One person say something, and it's a chain motherfucking reaction until the volcano blow up, and then next thing we know, you got to get another attorney to fight some more shit. But that's here, near, or there, right? But Sharron Wimbush, for real, honey boo, for real, you're out here saying these things again without it being announced by an attorney or from, I should say, an R.kelly himself. Why is he not calling you? Since you are taking on the position of a CEO. And hold on, though, Sharron, because I don't want you to get this misunderstood, because I ain't rocking for a motherfucker or for a Levi for the cousin either, because his part coming up. Just sit tight. Just sit tight. I'm going to get to it, right? I'm going to get to it. But I just want to keep reminding, or I want to reminding, because this ain't some shit that I keep doing. Your fun time, you played in the sandbox with both of those constituents over there. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Not only that, behind and about what other people should do, which we gonna get to that part. Go do this, and I need you to do that. I got a question. You need to call my fucking phone. Cause my question to you is, why in the fuck does the nation got to do it when you just did it? Then ain't you done did it all? Ain't you done it all? Do you really think that those people? I mean, I guess whole Santa Claus bag full of letters might help, but they all say the same shit. Free R. Kelly. I mean, okay, all right, but that's something that is in charge of. That's his job to go do. He wants to recruit every motherfucking body out here on some shit that you're doing. So my question to you is, why is it what you're doing not working? Why is it that you need a nation now? You said you contacted everybody. You did this, you did that, you did that. You tell me why your shit is not working. That's all I want to know. Call my phone. That's all I want to know. Did the people respond back to say, hey, we need about 800,000 letters before we even proceed with your request? What are they saying? Because by now, you have to have had a response back with all of the writing and contacts and contacting of what you have. I'm just asking, Sharron. I'm just asking. And don't get your panties in no bunch like you went upstairs in R. Kelly's home looking for a match and came across some goddamn panties. Don't do that. Don't do that. That wasn't loyal either. Because apparently he wasn't home. And you said it. You said that shit. What? I've been wanting to ask you that for the longest. What the fuck is you doing upstairs at that man's house snooping around in a fucking drawer looking for a match to light a fucking grill with when all you had to do was old school? You can go outside, roll up some newspaper, click two motherfucking sticks together, you can strike two motherfucking bricks together to spark, but you were upstairs in a fucking drawer. Was it really panties? I don't know. I'm just asking, Sharron. But let's finish up your part, cause Levi for the cuz. Oh, shit.
No more of the up top bullshit. No more of the business plans. You are partners with a man that is working with prosecutors to destroy him. And his lawyer has all of you under investigation. You will never hear from R. Kelly again. You will never talk to him again. He will never respond to you again. No more plots to put him with Whack or anybody else to sell music, which was all bullshit. All you did was lie to him, con him, and play games with him. And now they have confirmation from Rashana that Larry was working with the prosecutors. And NPC, he can't call anybody anyway. But all of your letters that you write will be handed to his attorney for investigation. You have been officially cut off from R. Kelly. Bye-bye, my little billiard ball. He now sees all the lies you told him were bullshit. Everything you told him was a fucking lie. You were setting him up. You were manipulating him. You were doing the bidding for the federal informant. And you used him to get Cash App money for 6 years. He's crystal fucking clear on who the fuck you are right now. Go die, bitch!
I cannot, Sharron. I cannot. Like literally, y'all been going back and forth for years after year after year. And now, R. Kelly knows. Year after year after year after year. And now you said, now he's cutting them off. I mean, technically, R. Kelly should have cut all of y'all asses off. That's just how I did. Trust me, I ain't a nobody. I ain't a no motherfucking body. But I do have common sense, and I can see and I can hear very well. Thanks to shout out to my eyeglasses. But y'all confuse the hell out of these people. The hell out of these people. Well, not me, because I can't be confused like that. My intuition, baby, it clicks on automatically. Now, I so happen to scroll again, right? And then you had, let me alarm you on how this don't look right for you, Sharron Wimbush. And I get it. You wanted to have another dialogue dealing with some factors about the law. So you took yourself over there to a catfish channel, right? Okay. All right. Let me see how gentle and splendid sweet I can make this. Catfish was involved with the same two constituents. The same two. The exact same two who you are bittersweet with. Okay? I'm just saying, let's paint that picture. Sharron, when paint that picture. But back then, and you know that, because you are in the bushes and you watching them. For some whatever reason, either she chose you and you chose her and you decide to go on there to explain it. But did it ever, ever, ever click in your head that she also used to talk to both of them on the phone, behind the scenes, sending paperwork, checking paperwork, doing whatever the fuck. Also, gonna help Sylvia get out of some shit that Levi for the cousin was in, and you chose that person to run a goddamn dialogue with. Huh? Make it make sense to me. You chose to go touch, in other words, something that I considered, or probably anybody else, for the most part, dirty as well. That's a dirty motherfucking bitch too. That's a dirty. So you want to sit up there and explain your theory, your factorizations, your elements and everything, because of course the allegations of being knowledgeable about the attorneys or the law and all that shit. Sharron Wimbush, I'm really, really, I was shocked. You had to go touch motherfucking dirty water to have a dialogue? No, see, when you're very serious and you really want people to have some understanding and you really want to get your point across and for people to really kind of sway your way to what you're saying, you don't go and lay in the bed with a motherfucking fish or a dog with fleas. All of them, including you, have touched each other in some kind of drastic, disturbing, confusing kind of fucking way. You couldn't find no other person. I mean, I wouldn't even chose Storm Monroe. I don't even know why the fuck any of y'all chose him either. When Storm Monroe clearly had stated before you guys went over there how the fuck he felt with the R.kelly. But y'all was his friends about a R.kelly. Y'all say y'all cousins and y'all kin people. Y'all grill together. You fry asparagus and boil fucking eggs and shit together with R.kelly. And y'all didn't have that much sense to tell R.kelly, no, we're not gonna do Storm Monroe. Storm Monroe already had his feelings and said what he said about R.kelly. But somehow, I don't know which one of y'all, because I can't quite remember it, whether if it was you or the Levi for the cousin that sent or asked for R.kelly to do that Q&A with him. I don't understand that shit. Maybe y'all ain't never seen Storm Monroe talk dog shit about R.kelly. Is that what it was? But y'all send him over there where Storm Monroe get to sit up there and be fake and funky like a motherfucker for a nigga who's fighting for his goddamn life. Fake as hell. Smiling, laughing with him. Oh, yeah. Just tell me. As long as he can squeeze that story out of R. Kelly and get some information to run his views up, you motherfucker sat back and it was okay with you. As long as he get the word out. No, we ain't getting the word out this way, R. Kelly. Not with a motherfucker who's already torn in between whether if he likes and wants to fuck with you or not. What up, straddling the motherfucking fist? That's what the fuck I call it. And you guys thought that that was a fucking good idea. The only thing that Storm Monroe thought about on there is what the motherfucking 15th of the month of his fucking check was gonna look like for running an R. Kelly fucking story. Now that Natasha lady, you should have just stuck it out with her. And the other guy where R. Kelly was making those phone calls back to back, and I guess he was something like he known R. Kelly very, very well and things like that. I'm just saying that because I ain't seen Natasha do no wiki-washy ass bullshit and say nothing bad or, towards R. Kelly. She was unbiased about everything. She just said that she listened and she ran her show while that engineer or her producer or that's doing her show as far as her production of it was connecting the fucking calls. Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. We could get you out here, R. Kelly, and y'all got him out here under some of the worst of the people that can't do a goddamn shit for him. Some bullshit, man. Not some straight bullshit. Shit was funny as fuck. Because for the Levi, you have ran your show over and over and over and over with ample amount of time of having R. Kelly to do his live call in on your show. You failed to do that. All you did was come back to do recordings of R. Kelly on your show. On your show. But yet then you turn around and you send R. Kelly over to WAC 100 and several other content creators for a live call-in show. That shit never made sense to me. Not a cousin for the Levi. Why wouldn't you not want the live call-in show? So then I had to ask myself, well, does R. Kelly, or did he know that you was recording to play his shit? Let me tell you why, if I was R. Kelly, what I would have done when you played that recording asking him about a bookum, right? As if that nigga got time to worry about that, even though everybody, it was pretty cool and got the laugh out about him calling bookum a goddamn distortion. I understand that. But that's the reason why you call that, because of the premeditated, coerced, rhetorical questions that you were asking R. Kelly. See, R. Kelly was never asking you anything about a bookum. You were doing all of the questions. And you only did that, in my opinion, right? Just so that you can shine. Not giving a fuck about no R. Kelly. You just needed to have him say what he needed to say towards a bookum, and that's because you and bookum was going through your fucking entanglement, and you couldn't find a resolution for that other than using R. Kelly to help you do so. That's fucked up. That ain't genuine. That ain't being genuine. That ain't loyal to a person. You used him. Like I said, it was funny. It was cool. Y'all got y'all brownie points for it. Bookum is a distortion. Yeah, he did a whole bunch of goofy ass shit too. Now he's sitting over there like he a motherfucking scholar. I saw him on another show while I was getting ready to, what was I doing? I think I was changing the loads in my laundry, right? And I clicked on it again, and I'm looking at him. He's on some other show talking about how Mars ate motherfucking people up and shit all under the ground, sinking people in, and all this damn shit. Yeah, some of it is believable, but it's a whole lot of it is just not. Building all of these conspiracies and these theories about all this goddamn high power of this and the patent is gonna eat you, and then you don't, and the bullshit and the boy. You know what? I don't have a problem with him speaking on it. I have a problem with what the fuck he did behind it, coming behind trying to speak on the shit. If that made motherfucking sense to you. See, you don't get the clown and show your ass in one sense and then try to go and have a motherfucking intellect goddamn conversation like you a motherfucking scholar. You don't get to put out how shit is going on and the rule and the green thumb of this shit, but you ignored the shit. That's like telling a motherfucker don't smoke a blunt, but you wait till you get in the fucking house and smoke your fucking blunt. What the fuck? Some goofy ass shit. Some goofy ass people I have ever seen in my entire freaking life now is on this goddamn YouTube. And yeah, the fuck I said it, catfish, and I don't give a fuck what you say, and you already know that. This is your first time, and it'll probably be your last time unless you continue to talk about an R.kelly to get them views back up to 1,000, bitch. I said it. Yeah, I did. And I'm not being a shit starter. I'm just keeping the shit real and spitting out some real motherfucking shit. 1,000 views. It took you to have an invite or receiving an invitation to put Sharron Winbush up on that channel to speak all that goddamn bullshit on telling what's this and what's that and emotion this and Rashana that and the Tiffany and shit Stacy and Rebecca, Rashawn and Dawn. Right? Right? And then you sitting there and you holding back, right? Because you don't want to cause no confrontation on shit that you know that is a fact compared to the shit that you know that is not a fucking fact. You know that shit crazy as hell? Dry rotted ass fucking bitches. Yeah, because you ain't woman enough to keep that shit real. No, no, and no. You know there was a few things that Sharron Bush was saying that shouldn't be, but because your motherfucking views was popping the fuck off over there, bitch, you want to run with that shit just like you did with them 20 motherfucking panels on there. Get your money, bitch. I ain't motherfucking mad about that. I'm mad about the motherfucker that you use to try to get your motherfucking bankroll on. That's the shit that got me motherfucking hot. Because other than that and the emotions wouldn't have dropped, your ass wouldn't be hot, bitch. Yeah, the fuck I said it. Yeah, I did. I'm tired of the motherfucker. Feel like my voice is about to go, but I ain't done talking. I ain't done sweating this shit out. Drunken Larry, you know you done some shit. You know you done some shit. You know it's out there. And like they say, it's okay when you do it to others, but when it comes around and they do it to you, man, oh man, now you're saying to spit and fire to leave you the fuck alone. And you ever, you have to understand that she's a content creator as well. Now, I wasn't gonna laugh at the shit, but the shit was funny, so I laughed my motherfucking ass off at that shit. And Spin Fire dropped that fire on your ass, and I got to give that to her when it's supposed to be given. She dropped the fire on your ass. Whether or not R. Kelly is not coming home today or tomorrow, everybody has the right to adjudicate what the fuck they want to adjudicate if it's in there. Your name was in the damn paper. And you're saying that first you was going to sue them for lying on your shit. Now you recanted that back to say, well, you can't find the motion because of the motion getting dismissed or denied or whatever the case may be. I thought that your problem was with the goddamn attorney putting your name in there. See, you don't have to wait for that motion, or that motion did not have, well, since the motion got denied, that's not what you're suing, unless you're trying to sue something else around what you originally said you were going to sue. And you said that you were going to sue the attorney for putting your fucking name in there. Why haven't you done that? Oh, it's quite expensive to do that, isn't it? It's very expensive to do that. Yeah. Not only that, you failed to address the part where Spitting Fire actually told you that the reason, I believe, according to what Spitting Fire said, that reason why your name and shit got dropped in there. Now I do believe it because that redacted shit got unredacted. Why don't you get the unredacted shit and read it aloud and put it on your screen? And then that way the people will know for sure whether if you had any entanglement with that young lady that they saying that you met with in Cali. Why don't you do that? Oh, you can't get that, can you? I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know if you can get it or not, but if they're saying that this attorney done got this information and it's all unredacted and you can read everything in there, then I don't understand. I mean, I think I might want to hold off retaining an attorney to sue him until you actually know for sure, if you did it or not. But Chuck and Larry, come on now, that shit was funny. And then here's the other thing. It according to what Spitfire was reading, it said that James said. It didn't say shit about an R.Kelly said or the attorney said. It said James said. Am I right, chat? Because y'all know y'all need to check and correct my ass if I'm wrong. I do believe that that's what Spitting Fire read. I tried to, listen very well, but it didn't say Kelly said you said that you met with the girl. It says she said that shit. So why are you not possibly getting yourself ready to file a suit against her? If that's what the language says, and also if it is proven by it being unredacted and you can actually see the shit. So that would mean that if it's there, right? I don't know, Chucklehead, because I ain't scholar in all y'all motherfucking law bullshit. I don't know all the law bullshit like that. But common sense will develop some motherfucking questions. You understand me? They does. So I'm trying to understand, why is you not trying to make sure, that this girl is not lying on you? Or was it ever supposed to come to term where they wasn't feeling your shit anyway, and they was gonna turn shit around and throw your ass back out there to the wolves too? Once they realized that shit, that $250 million that you came on, trying to extort R. Kelly from, you and Angelo, about he should have made a record. He should have made a record or some shit. I couldn't understand that. I was lost with that, and I'm telling you, my common sense and intuition is shit impeccable, Drunken Larry. So I was like, well, why does R. Kelly got to pay you motherfuckers for wanting a motherfucking song? You motherfucker supposed to be paying. I don't know. I'm just asking, right? This shit's crazy. So, I mean, is it fair? Are you going to say, well, you didn't do that either? Because it is. And if the attorney decides to come out and, after his investigation and include that in there, right, Sharron? Am I right, Sharron Winbush? What about the $250,000 extortion? Drunken Larry, I remember seeing you in some damn convenience store. I remember it because it's coming back, and you were with that damn Angelo Clary. Y'all was like best friends, dude. And you was talking your shit up in the store, and I think it had something to do with you was talking about the $250 million that y'all wanted. That's extortion. That's extortion, and you know it. Like, why did he need to pay y'all $250? Oh, I remember, because if he don't, then you guys was going to unrelease all of this bullshit that has captivated out here on motherfucking YouTube. And because you didn't get that money, this is the type of fucking whirlpool that everybody's out here listening to and trying to understand, because you and Angelo, along with your sidekick of that damn Tim Savage, kicking all of this shit off. That's just crazy. Now, I get that you still want to make your point about R. Kelly with a young lady and a young lady this and a young lady that. But I have to say this though to you though, Drunken Larry, because if you put yourself in R. Kelly's shoes, and you ended up with someone with an ID, and an ID tells you that it is of age that you may lawfully entangle with this person, then all of a sudden the ID happens to be a fake ID, and then now they come and arrest you. Do you know that your ass will be in there crying and doing all of those character emotions like you're saying R. Kelly is doing? I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, because it's very easy to do. And with a woman and a woman having, physical enhancements and stuff appearing to be what we're used to seeing, like, in the late 20s or the early 30s or so with fully developed bodies and stuff, it's kind of easy to pull off. And you know that because you're a freaking man. You know that. You know that you done passed some female going into Piggly Wiggly, some motherfucker where and then turned your head around, and all the time that girl body is looking every bit about 30, but she probably about 16. Yeah, pretty much. But the only way to catch that is to make that a law and put a camera up around every motherfucking place so that they can catch every nigga head turning. They have Dateline out there ready. But I'm just saying, that I do believe, and when R. Kelly came out here and kept saying that it's double jeopardy, this is double jeopardy that they're using against me. He had been tried for that young lady already. You have to ask yourself, Drunken Larry, if with 15 years later, even though a statute of limitations was put into the law, put into the place, they had a bill on it. And speaking of those bills, I wanted to address you just a little bit about that. You do know that those bills and laws change quite frequently sometimes without you even knowing them. Yeah, they do. You don't even know. You got a whole bunch of people that was sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and wait 10 years, and all of a sudden a law come into place and it'll apply to them. And they can easily get out of there. That's why I put out there, never say never about some shit that can happen, because we all know that all these bills and laws is running under your Congress, under your congressmanship. And you never know what all of them are all doing at any given time, unless you clicking on to listen to it up there in the committee board. Yeah, you can hear from there. But right before you even fucking know it, be like, oh, a law done passed. And God be holy, Drunken Larry, one of those laws are going to change that's going to apply to him. I'm just saying. And it can happen. It can happen. I've seen it happen with numerous amount of people. So for you guys to be sitting and saying, well, he ain't never getting out. He ain't never getting out. And there's another thing too, though, Drunken Larry. We talking about, what's my speed limit? Because the police is out hot here. Drunken Larry, the police is out here today. I ain't never seen this many goddamn police, right? My time of traveling this freaking highway. And another thing, Drunken Larry, since I'm talking about the highway, you do know that it is illegal to do live streams and be all on your phone video camera like that while you are driving. You lose your CDL license for that if somebody, calls and report that into you. And I know that you're saying that you're your own boss, but it can also be reported into like a transportation type of place for them to start doing the investigation and stuff, and then make you put up in your truck all of that equipment and stuff that is needed to be recording you and watching what you're doing, because that was really unsafe driving that you're doing yourself. We know that truck drivers also have those mistakes on the road that cause and kill people, okay? So you might want to be careful with going live while you are driving those tractor trailer trucks that you're driving. I'm just saying that didn't look right? But we do what we want to do out here. But I'm just saying, but you guys will sit and wait on y'all kill me with that. I wanted to mention something about, what was it, the coercing part, and I know the law is black and white and it says what it says, right? But answer me this. how can you depict whether it's coercing or not, Drunken Larry, when you're sitting here watching or the docuseries or whatever shit they done came on, and they talk about how they was his girlfriends for many, 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 many years? Did the coercing like start like from day one, or does it start like right when things start going left, and then R. Kelly started tightening up, his house and things like that, and people didn't like it? So is that the time where you start calling it where it's coercing or demanding and controlling and this or that? I'm because that word there inserted in defining it to angle towards what the law said this and the law is this about coercion. I'm a person that I just want to say it's some bullshit. Because there's no fucking way that you're in a relationship for 4 or 5 years, and all of a sudden, because the man says for you need to go do this, and no, it's not safe for you to go over here, and yeah, I'm going to have someone escort you over here, and no, you can't go to the mall for their own safety, and they comply to it, right? And then and turn around to say that I was being coerced or manipulated. How does that work? How do you be manipulated if you were already in a relationship with somebody for, a whole year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years? And then I know I hear you where you like to ponder and be very vocal about a child cannot consent. A child cannot consent. Well, then how the fuck did the child make up their mind to be in a fucking relationship with all those fucking years? I don't understand that shit. I was on another live though, Drunken Larry, right? And I just kind of popped in because the guy was really like going in, right? And sometimes you don't make a move until your spirit like say, well, no, it should be harmless. You should be able to say something. So I typed in this guy's chat, right, based on what he was saying. And you know what he said to me? He was like, oh, you must don't have kids, which was one of the most idiotic fucking statements that I've heard several times out here. What the fuck does that have to do with the price of tea of China, whether I have kids or not? Each individual makes their own fucking decision or choices on how they raise their child accordingly. Unfortunately, the world can actually see. They just be in some type of denial, just enclosed without speaking on the fact of how the young ladies that were or did have an opportunity to be around R. Kelly on how their parenting was. Just because they received that type of parenting from their child does not mean that the parenting from another person is going to be that away. Doesn't mean that. But let me finish telling you my story about this, because I bluntly told him, yes, I have 3 girls. And I still have a teen. She just happens to be in the high teens right now, 19 years old, right? And had my 19-year-old made her decision to where she wants to defy me or sneak around and go do this, especially after raising her up, letting her know that, hey, I'm here. You can talk to me about anything. I'm not going to make decisions for you, but I would rather talk things out to you before you make a decision for you. This is what I'm telling this guy, right? And now, let's just hypothetically say that she came across what you guys like to call R. Kelly, a freaking pedo, right? Which is just insane to me. A pedo, a kidnapper, a monster is really insane to me, because I have understood and became very clear on what can be a monster. That man that held them women over there in that basement over there in Ohio, strapped and tied up where they had to kick their way out, or a Jeffrey Dahmer, those are monstrous people. R. Kelly did not appear to be monstrous at all. When you sitting here with a Geronda Pace and all these other ladies talking about that they can come and go as they fucking please. They left. They wasn't tied to a chair. They didn't do any of that. Oh, what made him a monstrous in you people's eyes is because what Gayle King said. They had to ask for some food. Really? That doesn't make you a monster. That makes you in control of what the fuck you are financially providing in the motherfucking house. Because you ain't about to come in mines and eat a whole motherfucking loaf of fucking bread all fucking day when I got to buy it and you ain't contributing. So I probably would have had the same motherfucking effect as R. Kelly had on that. But that's here, near, or there. Back to my story because I'm almost at my destination. And thank God I've traveled this highway back and forth very safely, and he has chosen to keep me out of harm's way from this crazy ass people out here on this drive. Not only that, with my expertise of driving, I'm a motherfucking beast at it. I see everything. So, other than that, so I was telling this guy, had my daughter walked out that door, made up in her mind, either because she's starstruck, in love, I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm going to attempt, if there's that such of a big age gap in my daughter and that man, right? I'm going to try to attempt. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep trying. But what I will not do is keep trying, set myself up where it is going to continue to push her further to where she feels that she has that comfort zone over there and lost the comfort zone with my mom, with her mom, right? I'm going to do that. I'm going to emphasize and let her know, hey, this is just not of norm. This is not, you got to be careful. This guy's going to have more than one or two or three girlfriends, this or that. But you know what, baby girl, if there's nothing else that I can do, I'm not going to beat her with a bat. I'm not going to tie her to the car. I'm not going to do none of that. Now it's time for me to let her go and reap what she sowed. I'm going to hope for the fucking best behind it, but I'm also not going to hope for the fucking worst behind it. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to just, I'm 16, now 15, 14, 13. No, I'm coming. I'm coming. I have to wait for my goddamn internet to switch over. We want to do the black people save the motherfucking shit all of a sudden and try to change shit. Should have had your goddamn parents out back then changing up some motherfucking shit. About y'all should have done that. So blame your fucking parents for the fucking distraughtness of the law is also going to protect her too. So you have to be very careful. After my daughter, I stopped talking because I see my phone is either reconnecting, disconnecting, or hitting the report button on there. After my child made her decision, after all of the fight that I put up with, right? Because I'm going to fight first, Drunken Larry. You can bet that. But it comes at times where you do have to exhaust yourself or it will tear your whole sanity, your whole soul down. Your whole mental will be destroyed. Right? So you have to know when to let it go. But I be goddamn on the choice that she made, according to the choices that I've seen some of these women made when they went and placed themselves inside that man's circle. Because one thing for sure, we ain't reading about R. Kelly pulled up in no motherfucking ice cream truck van and where they was locked in there. I ain't read none of that shit about no motherfucking kidnapping at all. None. So when my daughter now finds out the truth of what is going on pertaining to some type of man that is in all kind of cahoots of this and fucking Jenny from the motherfucking block and her crew and all of that shit, don't bring your motherfucking ass back here crying to me. See, that's what that song Hard Knock Life is about. Some of it. Sometimes you have to give the hard knock life. Because I told you so. And what you will not do is go out there and turn a motherfucking spoon on the backside to press charges and call all type of shit out on that nigga. You're not gonna do that. There ain't no motherfucking way in the fuck hell when I'm watching Geronda Pace and all of her shit, and I would have been her parent, I wish the fuck you would go back out there and turn this motherfucking spoon over on this man. After I done told you, after you done been cutting school, you demanded you wanted to be in his life, you wanted to go over there, you're laying up in his bed taking pictures, you doing this, you fucking on a bubba, you doing what the fuck you want to do at 16, 17, 18, 19, you gonna reap what the fuck you sow. I wish the fuck you would. Now I have given my daughter a choice or an opportunity to hate the fuck out of me. But what I going to do is let her know where the fuck she was right at and where the fuck you wrong at. Period. Period. And that's pretty much all I have to say to that. But you guys are sit on here and you act like most of these people of the world out here did not see a whole bunch of wicky-washy ass shit going on, and as far as trying to get this man incarcerated. I'm not here to say that R. Kelly was cleaned and a motherfucking whistle, because it's obviously that he wasn't. He should have not been dating a whole bunch of multiple fucking girls, because everybody know when you goddamn it dealing with at least two of them, well, we can be a motherfucking problem. Why do you want these motherfucking problems? Obviously, he thought that he can handle them all, and you can't. We are born with that jealousy, that one little jealousy bone in our motherfucking body. If you ain't doing for one as equal as you are doing for the other one of them is gonna plant some shit. One of them is gonna keep up some shit. So now that he ended up with all these fucking problems, financial problems, women problems, production problems, or whatever, royalty problems, all these problems, all his problems now is out here where everybody is trying to figure out his goddamn life. That shit is fucking insane to me. It's insane. But guess what? Not only do they say we need to pray for him, you need to pray for yourself. If you also was out here caught up doing all the shit, Sharron Winbush, because it's real. Reaping what you sow is real. And to hear you out here telling a Levi for the cousin all of this fucking shit like this is R. Kelly's plan and he said this and he put you in charge to do so, and that's wrong, Sharron. You don't never ever tell the right hand what the fuck the left hand is doing. Why did you need to do that? Make it make sense. Why did any of you guys need to go and contact all these people to have R. Kelly sit up on a show with people that you know absolutely that they're running these contents for their fucking views, and the checks do come around the 25th of every fucking month, and that's all the fuck they ever gave about? Why did y'all do that? That's some insane fucking shit. Because you had to get the word out. Any one of y'all, spend the fucking money. Get his word in writing. They'll put that shit in paper. You can buy a section in all national fucking papers. And you could have been writing R. Kelly's word for word. You could buy a motherfucking section. Hell, they buy them all the time to put the dead folks in it. What the fuck? It was a whole bunch of ways of getting what he wanted out here. But that's him again. Trusting people. Trusting the loyalty, the sanity, the dignity. That shit ain't happening with no R. Kelly. I'm sorry. That shit is dead and gone. But y'all keep going. I like to, peep in and hear y'all talking or whatever, and because it helps me develop my goddamn who, what, when, where, and goddamn whys. But you, Sharron Winbush, you are allegedly spilling some tea. You didn't allege. You went over there, fucked with a goddamn catfish out of all people who also helped or did something behind the scenes for Levi for Kelly. You didn't see that post out there? And that says that we'll give infamous Sylvia my stuff and so-and-so, right? And then I can possibly help Sylvia. Really? But this is the same two people that you come out talking about they motherfucking informants. But you touch somebody else who's also been entangled with who you're calling and motherfucking informants. Make that shit make sense. I like to know from the heads or the tails part of a motherfucking quarter, how much did you really trust this motherfucking bitch to sit up there and have a fucking dialogue to be telling you some shit? Here, Sharron, listen to this one, that you probably already motherfucking know when it comes to the law. You've been out here vocal. You've been saying what the fuck the government did as far as breaking the law. Now you got to go over there to somebody. Man, get the fuck on. That's some straight bullshit, yeah. And that's why this shit seems so fucking disgusting. Like, it's terrible because now I listened to you when you first came on. I actually love the bring the motherfucking monkeys back and put them on the bike. They were funny than a motherfucker. That was some funny ass shit, you know, where, okay, you can't take her serious. She's here with showing her humor side and down at the lake, you know, at the flowers and shit. You just keep doing that, nigga. That shit that fun. That way, you know, people know instantly not to take you goddamn serious. You know what I'm saying? But now when you're out here doing a production like this and implementing and telling some shit, but he ain't gonna get to see him and we intercepting your mail and the attorney's gonna get it and they're investigating. They didn't have to know that. The only way that they should be knowing that, Sharron Winbush, is when the goddamn attorney knows it. You know why? Because the attorney is up underneath the oath and the law of the fucking land, right? So we would take his word more seriously over than what the fuck you're saying, right? Right? And you know why that is, right? And that's because you're not really technically the head digger in charge. You're not the person that's going to be standing up in there presenting your shit to a judge to either get it denied or approve or go ahead and do so. It's not going to be you. So can you understand how hard it is for people to believe what the fuck you're saying? You should have left that shit up to the goddamn attorney to put out here to say. You should have left that shit you should have told the attorney, what's his name, Boeing or whatever, hey, I want you to go over there and talk to a motherfucking catfish. Not you. Catfish is dirty. That's a dirty motherfucker. She was with the same people. Unfucking believable. That is so unbelievable, Sharron. Who does that? What type of fucking game do y'all know and learn and what the fuck? Hi, Tyan. How are you? That's some insane. Oh, I need to stop and get me a slushie. I'm going to get me a lemonade and a Sprite slushie. So let's go do that. And how much battery I got on this motherfucker phone? I want a phone call because I want to ask you, Sharron. I want to ask you. I want to hear your word. I want to know. And then after I know, I'll be gone. You know, I've gone on about my damn long ass head. What made you want to sit over there and have a goddamn dialogue and just babbling on about something where, in case you don't notice, when you're talking, Sharron, the only response you try to get from her, and I'm going to tell you why, is so that she can keep her fucking hands clean, right? Is this, oh yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. Say I'm lying, Sharron. Call my phone. You're not going to get the engagement that you were looking for. And then now it's all recorded. You know, it's on the record. You know, she keeping your shit. She's going to go. Don't fall out with her, Sharron. Don't fall out. She's going to be tappity tap tapping on your ass. Don't fall out. You had the whole fallout thing with the Randa baby. You had the thing with the Just Jazz. You had the thing with the Scooby-Doo. And like, none of it is working. What plan is this? Plan what? D? Because you did plan A and B and C. What plan are we on now? It's not working. You keep dealing with the same people who, like, literally, some of them ain't shit. Now, I'm an ain't shit ass motherfucker, because when I tell you I'm an ain't shit ass motherfucker, I'll tell you I'm an ain't shit ass motherfucker. I mean, I'm an ain't shit ass, but right now, I'm a good motherfucker. I'm going to tell you when I'm an ain't shit motherfucker. But this shit is crazy. It is crazy that Mr. Kelly cannot never have, what fucking street I'm on, an attorney, right, that does all of the goddamn speaking for him. This shit is insane. What the attorney don't say, I guess just won't be out here. It's just not out here. But then as soon as an attorney speak, now here come you guys expounding off of what the fucking attorney said when he ain't even said all that shit. You're just adding on your fucking theories to the shit. Confusing the people, because ain't nowhere in the fuck hell I would ever let somebody fucking confuse me. I will continue to pray. I will continue to pray that his strength remains healthy enough for him to fight, because you have to fight up in there. And speaking of fighting, all of the people that talks about where he need to go and sit down and shut up and do this and do that. I don't know where the fuck y'all from, because it doesn't matter where the fuck, if you done robbed a bank, or if you done committed some type of goddamn murder, or whatever the case may be. See, what you're doing now is passing judgment on people. And y'all know what that Bible says about that, passing the judgment. What you're saying is that it is okay for man-made laws to decide upon your life what should happen. And that's fucked up. It's a fucked up mentality way of thinking. I get it that they got to control a little bit of this and make things right and people safe. I get it. I get that. I understand all of that. But for you to regurgitate it, to speak what's really on your fucking mind, is insane. And I'll tell you why. It's because of the what ifs. See, what should happen is for you to be saying that you let God handle that damn situation with R.Kelly. Not express your feelings about what you think should happen because you feel some type of way about the whole freaking story behind R.Kelly. Because it ain't just him. It's a whole lot of people. You got a whole bunch of fucking murderers and everything still walking the street. But they out here all because of on God's time, or what worked for them in their prayer, or where am I going? Okay, I got to go this way, or this or this or that, right? But you guys wants to make those statements about what the fuck should happen to him. That's fucked up. Everybody wants to play God. Everybody also left God. Y'all just gonna do it on your own, huh? Just do it on your own. I'm gonna do whatever it is or this or that, because as long as I feel good about it, having that good feeling about it, don't turns out all the time as keeping that good feeling about it. But what if it was y'all? What if? What if it was you and those people, and I know who those people are, that sat there and said he needs to sit his ass down, he need to be quiet. Now, what if it was you in a horrible, because we all know what are accidents, right? And a bad tragedy motherfucking accident where you hit somebody and 2 passengers died. But it's an accident. They call those accidents, right? But now you got to go in there and you gonna go and sit your ass in there for 25 years or whatever for reckless homicide or whatever the case may be. You want to bet that you ain't gonna pick up the phone, or you're not gonna reach out, and you're not gonna stop fighting to try to get yourself home? You wanna bet you gonna be I need to get my phone call. You wanna bet you gonna keep calling your attorney, trying to tell your story and how it happened, and you wanna bet that you gonna go and tell the people how sorry you are and this and that, because you wanna get out with your no insurance ass, having ass. You wanna bet? But yet then you want to instruct and tell another person to not fight for their fucking life. We were put out here to fight. No matter what your situation is, you fight. You continue to fight, especially if you believe and you stand in your truth. You shouldn't have nothing else to prove to nobody but your truth. If this is your truth and you're solid in this truth, and they say only you know it and God know it, because you can't fool God. So if R.Kelly is doing all of this goddamn fighting, every time we turn around, he got another fight that he want to put out and say what he's doing. Kudos to hell to him, because only he knows his goddamn truth. And God, not me, not you and R.Kelly, not them and R.Kelly, not they and R.Kelly, just R.Kelly. And R.Kelly cannot fool God. He can't do it. It's impossible. It's impossible. Why do you think so much is going on with so many people who literally try to do so? We have all kind of fucking impairments that he is very well the chief of motherfucking people out here to make happen to your ass. You can wake up tomorrow and end up missing a fucking toe and don't even know why. Oh, it's because he know why. You can wake up on Saturday and wonder why all your motherfucking money missing out your bank account. Well, he know why. Cause that one motherfucking crazy God that was sent down that took on the devil role. Yeah, he got a part too. See, he tap into those type of motherfuckers and say, hey, go rob that motherfucking bank. But you best to believe that God already know it. But see, because him and God still talk. That's just my belief, right? That's just my belief. Now, I don't know how to set that to y'all biblically like that, but I know common sense of how to think like that. He done sent them that. They talk. They talk. Because God never wants you to ever not believe and trust in him. I know that part, right? So guess what? If I got one disobedient who was already up under my goddamn control or my command, well, hell, I can use his ass. He gonna go do what the hell I say do. Go over there and rob that bank so this person right here can get, reap what they so he gonna go do it because he gonna put it in your head to go do it. He gonna put it in your head to go do it. Hi, unique sweetheart. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny, to some point, and like I say, calling, the Levi for liquors, but I was like, like I say, I like when she's humor. I do it because I love humors. I love laughter, it's funny. But at the same time, it's like, well, wait a minute here. If you're telling that the cousin for the Levi can't do this and he can't call and he can't write, why isn't the attorney saying this? And if this is something that R.kelly is saying, then why isn't R.kelly saying this himself? Why is it that every time an attorney comes out, it's some more additives of something that is portrayed as if R.kelly is saying this and doing this to have things done? He doesn't need these people to be speaking for him. He needs himself and his goddamn attorney. And that will kill all the freaking confusion about it. A lot of people did not like when, I'm reading them right. When stuff dropped like that, when Joycelyn dropped out here like that, my first thing is go to the comments. I'm going everywhere, right? Because when she dropped, even TMZ, it went everywhere, right? Okay, fine. Well, first of all, you're going to get those that call her crazy. It was damn if you do, damn if you don't. Now, she ain't been out here. She ain't been seen. She ain't said shit. None of that shit. And the minute she come, here they go. Now, this is shit that got me. No, just give me a half and half lemonade.
What size?
A small.
The small half and half lemonade. What kind of half and half?
The Sprite, the slush Sprite.
I'm sorry, this is the machine only the Sprite or the lemonade.
You said what?
The machine is automatic, only the Sprite or lemonade.
So you don't have half and half. Thank you. See what happened? I should ask him for my damn gas money. That's petty, right? Just get my ass out of line. I do not eat McDonald's, but I do like that. Coda Bear brought me one of those lemonade half and half. It's a lemonade Sprite slush type drink. Oh, unique. It's addictive, girl. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. So every now and then I'll swing by McDonald's and grab me one of those coolers. It's like a chiller cooler, something to suck on. Okay, so I'm gonna go take my butt home. But I would just say it was just, if they would just stop doing that, it will be okay. But Joycelyn comes out. Now here you go. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. They said they wanted to know, is she okay? Well, she appears to be okay. She appears to be saying to leave her alone. She's fine. She says she's 29, going to be 30 next month, and she's made her own decision to not associate herself with her parents. She says that she has a cell phone. If she chooses to call her parents, she will. Now that goes back to say, which nobody isn't addressing, which just Sharron and Drunken Larry, all y'all know that a lot of, to me, it's just my opinion, all of this stuff of what y'all saying or whatever is going to be very contradicting towards if Jocelyn has been questioning. and then she puts her proportion of what she knows exactly went on out here. Drunken Larry. See, you have shared some things, or you probably did, I don't know, with that damn Azrael. Well, at that time, well, guess what? I mean, if you really thinking about it, what if this is a what if moment? What if Azrael is, talking to Joy? The what if? Or that other girl that was up there and is getting back to her, and the conversation is relayed to her about you and her or anybody else. Just what if your information is passing through like that? You never know. You literally never know. The same way y'all was out here in y'all little circle passing shit around or this or that, they can have that same type of goddamn circle and y'all ass don't even fucking know. I would be nervous. If I was drunk, Larry, fuck yeah, I would be nervous. You said a lot. Now what you're saying is that they should not be able to come and develop any type of motion or an investigation or anything with your name on it off of what the shit you said on YouTube. Is that what you're saying? That is exactly how conspiratory acts happen. All you got to do is say it, right? And you said it proudly and you said it very loudly. So it is to me, rightfully so. You are the person that they should be, you're one of them. Yeah, you one of them. Because if you ask me, oh, everybody juggling here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because, I don't know. You and Bookham sat together. Or y'all telling the people to believe what one or the other is saying. See, somebody like me, with me now hearing your name in the paperwork, and I'm seeing the fallout between you and Bookham or the cousin for the Levi, right? With me, this is what I'm thinking, right? Oh, see, y'all just gonna keep up this arguing and shit and saying this stuff, and y'all gonna keep it here on YouTube. See, y'all know when to throw in the chill pill for a minute, cause if Bookham goes down, remember that old saying? Remember that saying, Drunk Larry? If one go down, they all going down, like dominoes, right? So I think that you all will argue to a certain extent, right? And say certain things. You don't say everything. But you know when to chill, because if they come a knocking, see, Bookham gonna say some things about you, implementing you. You gonna say some things about the cousin for the Levi. He gonna say some things about who else out there. It's just gonna ricochet. It's just gonna ricochet. Right, Shannon. It's something going on in the streets, and they know it. But here now they like to laugh and they say, he ain't never getting out, and he ain't doing this. I don't understand why they not laughing about why and how this shit come back around. Because it's clearly a clear picture with them thinking that it's over with. And I don't think that it's going to ever be over with. I think that he's going to continue to fight and continue to fight. Because normally when you stir the pot, R. Kelly, with the right goddamn ingredients, I promise you, your recipe going to come out fucking perfect and you're going to nail it. All you got to do is not give up and keep your motherfucking pot. R. Kelly need to keep notes too. You need to write all this shit down, R. Kelly. Write all these names and shit down so you can keep up with who's who. Yeah, that's what I think. But I'm just saying though, that my phone's cycling. Hold on. I need to get home because me and Cody got this freaking app where, I can keep up with her. So where I'm at now, she know exactly where I am. So I think she be spying on me. I'm like, I don't like that app, girl. I'm supposed to have an app where I know where you at. You don't have to know where the hell I'm at. So if you be like, Mom, why you go over to that store? Like, what, girl? Don't, I would delete this shit. Don't play me. No. So I don't know, it's crazy. All because of a piece of paper dropping. And I think that the best thing that's just my opinion. And I know that we wants to be in a quick, speedy hurry on defending ourselves. But sometimes you're gonna have to hold a mule. Drunk Larry came out here like he was asking for a speedy motherfucking trial. I was like, what the fuck? It wasn't even wet out here like that. And he just went to screaming, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't say, and they didn't talk to me and they didn't do this when you didn't even have to do that. You didn't even have to come live. You could have went on and called that goddamn attorney up and put that attorney with whoever is representing you to prove your case. That's all you had to do. You know how you would have won that, Larry. Let me tell you how, Drunk Larry, how you would have won your pleading of innocence, right? Working behind the scenes. Your representation of whoever you went out there to get can go, and then they shut it down. And then if you would have came back with the piece of paper with your name now precluded from that fucking paperwork, you'd have been just fine. But you didn't do that because you went for a speedy motherfucking trial. And the thing too, they be so quick to say how dumb an attorney is or how an attorney is lying, but yet attorneys are human too. Some of them will make some mistakes. Some of them argue to the best of their ability. Now, Drunken Larry said, well, this is some dumbass shit that R.kelly had his attorney do. To you, it may be dumb. But to him, it may not be dumb. It may be to him that this is just the way that he wants to go, even though it may have put him in the shoe. Well, guess what? Maybe he felt safer being in the shoe. Maybe this was all part of his aligning of getting away from people who was trying to harm him. We know one thing for sure. They can't hurt him in the shoe. And another thing for sure, if R.kelly didn't stood this freaking long with his head up and all of this, he can do it. He can continue to do so. We don't even know if this was his plan of what he did. What makes sense to you does not have to make sense to others. And what makes sense to others does not have to make sense to you. I have a right to my perception. You have a right to your freaking perceptions. But because it does not align to your fucking perceptions, does not equate to a person being dummified. You guys just like to call it that because it didn't fit your narrative of the way you would have done it. It's like, get the fuck out of here. That was a dumb thing for him to do. Maybe it was his plan to do it. Who knows? All the attorneys that he has had is just dumb. Dumb. I'm trying to understand that because what I'm trying to understand is, will you be able to go in there and do a better goddamn job? Will you be able to do it? And if so, because attorneys make a lot of money, or they can make a lot of money. It's like, why didn't you go down that field then? Why didn't you take that field? Because that's the first thing I tell a mother sucker. You want to stand here and tell me, why the fuck ain't you goddamn it down there doing it? Where's your paperwork? Where's your fucking clients at? Go do your clients. Don't do me. Now, I've said plenty of fucking times. I don't know the law like that because I don't get in trouble and shit like that to be trying to study and know the damn law. I know not to make a motherfucking right turn if it's a goddamn sign up there saying no right turn on fucking red. I ain't finna turn. I don't want them problems. I want a goddamn ticket. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to get these people no more of my fucking money. But I can't believe that one, though. I can't believe that one, though, Sharron. And it's in a sense, though, Sharron, because this shit has been revolving 360 out here, and you never know who's going to link up and catfish. Let me say this because I know you listening, right? Before you even jump on this shit, let's get this shit perfectly goddamn clear. Ain't no need of nothing about jealousy coming out your mouth because ain't nobody and you can't have a intellect motherfucking conversation and all that shit. Because it's been known out here that I wouldn't talk and stand and ride with none of these motherfuckers that I choose to not ride with. That's already on the motherfucking record back in 2019. Second of all, there is nothing to be jealous about. Third of all, if you would stand up and had dignity, right? You had dignity. You have any fucking dignity. You would have even told that woman, I can't have this conversation with you like this on this. I can't even speculate. I shouldn't be opinionating. I shouldn't even be listening. You know why? Because I was already in the bed with those people that you talk about. But see, people like you and a few others, they don't think like that. They don't think like that. You know what it is? You're just that type of person along with others that just wants to be in the midst of some shit. You just want to be in the midst of it. You want to be able to say, well, the things that you say, you know, those things, all that fucking crack about box ass shit that you be saying over there. Yeah. Yeah, you do. So out of all of the people, including yourself, you need to give a shout out to R.Kelly as well, because you got your little 1,000 or more views with that motherfucking dialogue. Had it not been, you'd have been stuck right on back down here, still mumble jumbling to your goddamn self under them damn bed covers. I was gonna come out here and laugh at that shit, bitch. I thought you was high than a motherfucker. I don't know if you was high off of this motherfucking pollen floating around out here or what the fuck, but you were on there. I got the fuck off when you start talking about a Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and a motherfucking Mike. All back in circles again. I hurried up and click the fuck off of there. This bitch got more story times about a nigga than the motherfucking female going to the fucking moon. That don't make no damn sense. None at all. Laughed at. I said, here she goes. Let me get the fuck off of here. Talking about going crazy. Yeah, you'll help a bitch along. You will help push them up to the crazy motherfucking ville. Fuck that. You like one of those neighbors though, Catfish? You know, you sitting out on your front porch and you come walking by every motherfucking day. You stroll into the store to get your same little bottle of soda and chips in your bag and shit, and you want to wave and shit like Mississippi people wave all the time. Hey, no shade though, Shannon. Wave all the goddamn time. You got to keep your hand up. Hey. And you the one that want to stop and start talking and shit. And everything you talked about, you done said that same shit on Monday. You said that shit back in February. You said that shit back in 2001 in March. Same shit over and over and over and over. If it's real, you don't have to do that much to convince. Realness stick. Bullshit fly. But I was shocked though. Not shocked like I'm about to die shocked. Not like I need resuscitation. No. I was shocked like, wait a minute now. Here we go with the circle of bullshit again. All of this behind R. Kelly's attorney coming out, making this freaking statement about the emotions and what he feels is going on pertaining to this whole, I'm going to use the word that you guys don't like to use, this setup. This is the ops over there. They don't. He set himself up. He set himself up. You can't set your own motherfucking self up. It takes more than one person to do a setup. Okay? It's either one person, it's two people involved in it, and one person went on with the goddamn showdown, hold down in it, and it escalated to some fucking bullshit. But you sat over there, Sharron Winbush. Now why don't you go back on another invite since you in real good, right? Maybe you can be the person to ask her what exactly is it that she was trying to help an infamous Sylvia on when she was helping a Levi for the cousin to do something. Go, you should have flipped the script. Start asking her while y'all was best friends for a whole 8 hours. But that's just how I looked at the whole picture. They say you put a picture out right out in front of you, and you know you get to have your opinion about it, and that's exactly what the fuck I'm doing, just having my opinion about it. So now that you actually once again decide to have a dialogue in the dirty fucking water, right, to I guess get your point across so other people can hear it. Maybe you thinking that, well, people, you know, will hear you by going, or maybe you thought one nobody gonna hear because at some point just last week she was, you know, just a little 38 views, or people ain't watching her. So maybe it wasn't your intentions for your word to be heard or that dialogue to be heard out here. But it took that for you, just so you know, Sharon Winbush, to bring her over that the 1,000 views over there talking about R. Kelly. Isn't that something? Because she been talking about the paperwork. And it wasn't going no fucking where because of all the freaking rabbit fucking talking that she been doing out here, and all the falling out that she done did with all of her fucking men that she was in the fucking bed with. Make that shit make sense. How could you even feel comfortable having a fucking dialogue with something? But that's not none of my business, though. Let me go mind my business after I done said all that shit with my nosy ass. Y'all later, Gators. Love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm out of here. I'm going to go finish up what I'm doing to this freaking house. This is my last day being bothered with it. I'm still waiting on a order to come in because it had to be special ordered. I'm so sick and tired. They sent me the wrong shit. I had to send it back, and I got to wait again. But for the most part, I'm getting these projects done. Shit that, you know, you have to do to your home to keep it up and all of that shit. You know, I got birds that won't go no motherfucking where. I knock one nest down, wake up in the morning, they put another one up. I'm about to put a whole bunch of bleach up there and the goddamn cotton balls or something. I don't know, but they got to go. They getting on my nerves, though. Love you, Shannon. I talk to see you soon. Now let me go do what I'm doing. But I'm also finna be tapping in and looking in so I can have something else to rant about. But Sharon. Here we gonna intercept your letters and blah, 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 blah. That would have been believable had you had his attorney say some shit like that, or R. Kelly himself. Like, this is crazy. Peace, y'all.